welcome to Doni Jones Live. I am your certified arborist, Donnie the Tree Lady, hanging out with
Marty, that guy, McFly, that is I.
Yes,
I'm not certified with nothing except, just being me and myself. And,
but you're certifiably cool.
I try to be. I try to be, always ready like a Boy Scout. But
I ain't mad at you.
But I got to tell you something. I got embarrassed. Well, I ain't going to say embarrassed. It just caught me off guard because I was not prepared
What happened?
for the situation. Well, I'm a Lutheran pastor.
Okay.
And with Lutheran pastors, most of our services and everything is real solemn and everything.
Yeah,
and they introduce the pastor. It's like coming to the pulpit, he's going to give us a word, a man of God. It's Pastor Marty Ringer, and you walk up there and everything is no clapping and nothing.
Right.
But I spoke at a black church Sunday evening.
Yeah, but your church is black.
Yeah, but
it's Lutheran. Got it. Okay.
But this was Pentecostal, like black.
Oh, so I already know.
You already got the music. And it's like, coming to the stage. This brother's about to light it up. And get to your feet and everything, because he's going to bring the storm down. And everybody's hunting the music and the drummer.
Right.
And I get up there and I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So I'm like,
you can't him and.
I tried it. I was like, if you love the Lord, make some noise.
Right.
And they're like,
Right.
And I went back to my little DJ days. I'm like, if y'all feel like y'all blessed and highly favored, y'all need to make some noise in this.
No.
They said, how? Little drummer said, tink. That mother say that in there. And I was just, I tried to play it off like.
But it comes back.
Hey, I was like, most of y'all heard that on Friday. And
so
like,
now you're hearing it Sunday.
You're hearing it again. And Sister Keisha, I know about you, because I talked to Willie. I know what you did.
Exactly.
Your boy don't kiss your mom in the mouth. I'm just saying.
On that note.
Saying. He went to confession.
I thought this was a clean show up until this moment. I thought we talked about this.
Look, I'm talking about my experience.
Well, I was going to ask you how your weekend was, and you clearly just told me.
I'm not used to preaching or speaking in those occasions. It was just a little bit too much.
I like it, though. Here's the thing, though. I like some hype. It's just when it's too much. Or when they're not really saying anything. You know what I mean?
Like, get up in there.
Or when they keep repeating the same thing over and over again, like, ain't he good? Ain't he real good? Ain't he been good to you? And I'm like, okay, can you teach me something? So after you cursed at the pulpit, did you at least do a sermon?
I did do a sermon. It was short, though. But
they was trying to get you.
I didn't get a whole lot of amens after that. But it was a good sermon. I'd say that. I think that my message and everything hit home, because it was about upgrading.
Yes.
Like when you do your computer and everything, and you do an upgrade on your computer, after you do an upgrade, for some reason, some of those other applications become obsolete. Just like the people in your life, when you upgrade, sometimes they're no longer compatible with your system. Look at you. But that's what happens.
I love it, though.
Sometimes God elevates you to another level, and some of the people that you were with before then, they don't need to hang out.
That's a lesson right there, what you just said. And I'm going to pause right there, as the pastor would say, and we're going to stay right there for a minute because, I like talking about business, and a lot of people do that in their business. They do an upgrade, and God is trying to move them into another area, or even if they're not a believer, if they've got a business or some type of life, they're trying to move that life in the right direction, and they download new software, meaning they make some changes in their life, but then they still try to keep the same people. Can't do that. You can't. Or they still try to keep the same habits.
That is exactly true. And what's and see, y'all gonna say, okay, he got too many little metaphors today.
No, but it's like bring it, because this means I gotta work less. When you talk more, I work less. Talk less.
Yeah, talk less. But moving that same concept, moving forward and growing and stuff. My mama, I don't know if I told you this before, my mama got a problem with like plastic silverware.
Right. Oh, I love where you're going. Go ahead.
Because she
I think you should tell that again. Go ahead.
Because she likes to wash them.
Yes.
And keep them and use them again and everything. Right. And it's like, they plastic silverware.
Right.
It's supposed to be used one time.
It's supposed to be
kind of thrown away. Disposable. Yeah. But just like my mama, people do that with their business. They do that with their friends. I didn't even say friends, the people that come into their life. Some people are only in your life
for a season.
You don't even need to call them friends.
Season.
Associates.
Yeah.
They come in for a specific reason.
Yes.
And you're supposed to let them go.
That's
You're not supposed to hold on to them.
Come on now.
That one night stand was only for a one night stand. You aren't supposed to marry that girl.
Okay,
you aren't supposed to keep taking her out. That's plastic. When it gets hot, she gonna melt. You know, when you really need her, she ain't gonna hold no weight.
And she might be burning you anyway.
And she might burn and you leaving some plastic in you, and you don't need that. So
that's right.
But just like your business,
right?
When you have people there for a temporary time,
yes,
you know, understand it's okay for them to keep going.
That's right. And actually, there's a blessing in them keeping going.
Yes.
Sometimes I had brunch, since you didn't ask me how my weekend was.
We was getting there.
But no, I had brunch with a lady, and she was talking about how she had a relative who she's put in housing.
Okay.
She's helped get the lady a car. She's had a situation where she had a property that the girl moved in her boyfriend, and that was not supposed to be part of the deal. Oh, the lady was letting her stay there for free, and they had a falling out. Mm-hmm. And after the falling out, because the lady confronted her about having her man stay there, the girl got upset about it. Okay?
Wow. Okay.
Because she got kicked out. Wound up homeless. Okay? So now my friend wants to go back and pick this girl up again and put her in another one of her houses. And I said, stop it.
Yeah.
I said, stop. You know why? Because sometimes when you pick people up or when you carry people too long, you're stopping them from their karma. Or you're stopping them from getting their blessings. Sometimes the best thing you can do is let somebody fall flat on their face or cut them out of your life. Because if they're not sucking off of you anymore, if they're not sucking the life out of you or they're not using your resources, sometimes they have to stop, take a look in the mirror, and start making their own come up on their own.
Sometimes that's like that real tough love.
Yes.
You know, because me being a pastor is one thing that I can't do, and it's a rule for me. I can't give out money to any of my worshipers or, you know, people that come to my church. If they ask me for money.
What about the people that got the cars from their pastor?
They can get the cars. That's their pastor. You know, you do. I said, my people, you know, I'm going to be straight. Like, nah, I ain't got it, bro. But no, because see, what happens is, and I've done this in the past, I've given them a $20.
Right.
Next week, they come back and they need another $20.
Yeah.
And then next week, they come back and they needed $30.
Right.
And it's like, oh, Pastor, you know, my rent is kind of slow and this.
Right.
And then you find out that now you're enabling them.
You become their enabler.
Right.
And they never get to the point where they figure out how to do it on their own.
No, and they still start making stupid decisions.
Right.
I'm saying, like, these people, they were struggling on their rent. And I would, you know, give them a little bit, help them out.
Well, I've been there,
and then they moved to a place that was more expensive than where they were at.
Okay,
and I'm like, that doesn't make...
Because they're not making good life choices.
Right.
I would like to know your opinion about this, because I know sometimes you try to take my card from me. I feel like there's certain people that you have to let them fall, and that once they fall, they may never get back up, and you have to be okay with that. How do you feel about that? Because some people say, okay, well, that's just too much tough love. Because I really believe that there are going to be some people that you look at their life, and their whole purpose in life is, believe it or not, to be a life lesson for you, what not to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
and the reason why I say this, because I have a relative that has some major issues with alcohol and drug issues. And we've tried to do intervention. We've tried to call her out on her stuff. We've talked to her how she's manipulative and all this kind of stuff. And she's chosen to go down a path where she's dealing with fraud, she's dealing with stealing from people and stuff like that. I basically had to take my hands off the whole situation. And now I'm letting the law deal with her. And I've got friends of mine right now that are like, Donnie, it ain't right for you to allow to let that girl be in that jacked up of a situation. You need to do something.
Wow. That's a lot to unpack. Yeah. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. That's a lot to unpack. And I'm not even sure if we have enough time to unpack all of that.
But seriously, as a pastor, I really do want to quickly how you feel about letting somebody fall that hard.
Well, falling that hard, sometimes people need to really fall. But, you know, you can always help people out without giving them money. You know, pushing them in the right direction with a counselor or a social group, because sometimes they look at you as the judge.
Right.
You know, you always judging me because I'm not where you at. And you think you better than me because you got XYZ. I don't even really want to be around you because you think you all that. You know,
if y'all
looking
can
down
see
on
me right now.
But that's how they feel.
Yeah,
so a lot of times they need to be around people that are trying to change their lives.
Right.
You know, and in that same condition that they're in. Like drug addicts or people that's on drugs that are trying to get off need to be around people that are trying to get off too. You know, because that's a support group in a sense.
Right. But she won't even go to rehab.
Rehab.
So how far do you let her fall before you step in and go, I got to help this situation?
Well, you know, are you your brother's keeper? You know, And at one point,
no, I'm just kidding.
And that's the real reality of it. It's like, you know, here's the thing. A couple of months ago, I adopted a dog. You know, and I'm right. I tried to help the dog, work the dog out, and the dog killed 2 of my other little puppies.
What?
Yeah. So that dog ain't with us no more.
Absolutely.
You know, I left it where I met it at. So it's hit again on the side of the road.
Did you?
Look, we got two people that are incredible entrepreneurs that are going to be coming on in a few minutes. So we're going to have to table this maybe the end of the show and just kind of pick this back up. Let's talk about this at the end of the show.
Yeah. I definitely want them to check out these 2 amazing women that are in kind of surprising industries. Yeah. So you guys look out for some inspiration, a little bit of motivation, and maybe a few bright ideas on what you can do in your own business. Some
bright ideas because they changing up the game.
I think they are.
This is a new thing. But look, you're listening to Doni Jones, the certified arborist.
Yes, with Marty McFly, and that man, that guy.
That guy, yeah, that's me. Anyway, we'll be right back.
Welcome to Doni Jones Live. I am Donnie the Tree Lady.
And I am that guy, Marty McFly.
Yes, you are fly.
I'm trying.
What it do, dude?
Yeah, what it do. You know, it's a good week right now. I ain't got nothing to talk about. Ain't nobody cussed me out. I ain't cussed nobody out. You know, had a few old ladies I thought about pushing, but... other than that, it's a good week.
We're not going to be pushing the old ladies, man.
I know, don't push them and get caught.
Well, I've had a great week, too, man. I'm we still in that summer mode, and I'm, like, spending time with the babies, you know, but then it's cool because I've got friends of mine that want to come pick my babies up, and then I get a little time to spend time with my husband.
Bang, chicky, wang, wang. I ain't mad at you.
So I got to say, I'm enjoying life right now, man.
He's enjoying the summer, too, huh?
He is. He's like, so when do the babies go away again? No, I'm just kidding.
And again.
And again.
And again.
He's so silly.
But you know, we have 2 beautiful guests in here. You got to open it up and just tell me about them, okay?
Okay, well, you know, on our show, we're always trying to talk about entrepreneurship, you know, putting positive things out there in the community. And my goal is to highlight people in the community that are doing positive things and that are also entrepreneurs. And these ladies fit both of those bills. I'm talking about Miko and Marie, and I'm going to let you tell your stories because I think you tell it a little bit better than I do.
Yeah, Miko.
Hi, you guys. We're so happy to be here with you guys. Thanks for having us. So I'm DJ La Bonita, and this is my girl Miko. As you said before, I am just a corporate DJ, as I would like to say. A lot of people question that when they go, "You're a corporate DJ." I've never heard that, and it's usually from business people or people higher up. They're always like, "Wow, I've never heard of a corporate DJ." Yeah. I said, "Well, let me explain to you what a corporate DJ is. A corporate DJ is a name I gave myself because I choose to only do things in the positive notion. So if it stands for my brand, then I do it, if that makes sense. So I'm not going to degrade myself to take any kind of money or do anything that's below or beneath what I stand for in the community that a kid couldn't see.
Right. Oh, so that's so good.
That's what I stand for. So being corporate means that I'm booked by corporate entities. I'm booked on events or anything that will empower or that will uplift, or that a kid can sit next to me and intern with me.
I'm glad you said that, because I'm like, wait a minute, corporate, I want her to do my child's birthday party.
and I can appreciate that, because, you know, sometimes I've had to do some things for $1 that day. You know, some kids, you don't need to look at this.
For some change.
Right. I would have to work my way through college. But then my second thought was, when you said corporate, you know, with bands, it's like corporate bands where they play at just, you know, major events where it's like for businesses and stuff like that, you know. And I'm thinking at first, when you're saying you're a DJ, a corporate DJ, it's like you play like non-cussing, you know, clean music and stuff like that.
Well, that is 100% facts.
Okay.
That is. So I do play with bands also. So I'm covering the entire entity of the word corporate. It just means more to me. It also means value.
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
And having a good reputation out here for children also.
Absolutely.
So I do spend corporate at schools, at high schools, at proms.
So you can do her kids'
corporate
birthdays.
Parties, kid party, baby shower, SAP user group, Porsche Experience Center,
what's a SAP
Macy's,
user group?
Nordstrom's, anything corporate. So all my music, 99.9 of it is clean.
Yeah. I love it.
So,
cool.
And let's find out about the beautiful Miko here. Yes. And by the way, you guys are partners together also, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we're partnering this summer. We're excited about that.
It's like oil and water kind of too. Yeah. Well, I have my photo booth, so I have film photo booths, but I'm kind of the complete opposite of her. Like I said, oil and water. I started off
nasty
in
photos while she play clean.
God. You know what, Marty? Okay, you want to know oil and water? That's the oil right here and the water right here. He greasy. I'm not greasy. Okay, right. He greasy.
I'm just saying,
you being greasy right now.
I like it.
Kids can see she do. Things kids can't see she do. Okay, what's
right? No. But no, I started off in the nightlife industry. Like I bartended, I did bottle service and all that. So most of my clientele is nightlife, and I can have bachelorette parties and bachelor parties, so where the kids aren't involved.
Right, absolutely.
But I'm trying to venture off into the other stuff, and that's how we came together. Because now I'm trying to go towards the corporate and not, strip clubs and stuff like that. So.
We're just adult clubs, for a different kind of lifestyle at night.
Exactly.
I can understand that.
Exactly. I love it.
But that's great.
But we want to come together.
Well, it looks like you guys are coming together and already doing events together, which is the reason why I wanted you guys on the show, because I think you guys also came together because it's also a way to, grow your businesses and to grow it organically and to get more out there. What have been some of the challenges with growing your businesses together?
I think mostly it's a male-dominated area in industry. It's like, I don't know why they see us as their competition, because I feel like there's enough money out here for everybody.
Absolutely.
But they completely see us as their competition.
Absolutely.
Like, there's been a time, like I threw an event one time, and I had some male promoters purposely throw an event that same day and have like 50 Cent and Jay-Z. Knowing I ain't got that type of money to push me some Jay-Z. Right. But they did it purposely on that day just so people wouldn't come to our party.
Oh,
and they do stuff like that just because I don't know why they don't want us to win.
But it's like you said, there's enough out there for everybody, and I think one of the things, when I see things like that happen, I feel like it's because they feel threatened by you. Even if, as you're building your brand, their brand might be already built, but in their mind, they're looking at you as a threat. Because I remember when I started my business, they didn't really take me seriously. And then when I started getting equipment, started getting clients, they're like, oh, wait a minute, she's serious about this. She coming for us. But I wasn't really coming for them. I just wanted to put my best foot forward. Have you found that that's what's happening with you all too? That people are starting to see you all and go, oh, wait a minute, they're professional?
Right.
What? They know what they're doing? They can do what I do?
Exactly. The same thing, right?
So for me, it's a little different. I'm a DJ, so a DJ is going to be totally different than a photo booth situation. Right. And again, different in nightlife.
Right.
What I find in the corporate world, I follow a lot of DJs in Atlanta, so I have to go for, I think men, what she said, equal there. They do dominate. But now it's actually women. We're kind of taking over because we're finding it that we're more amiable.
Yes.
We're more punctual.
Yeah.
We're more personal. We'll call you. We'll call the bride and groom. Hey, let's just ring out the music really quick.
Yes.
We don't mind doing that. And then also, because it's been a male-dominant industry, that we just put our best foot forward.
Right.
You might be better with your mixing and your scratching, but I'm better with capturing the crowd and following up and sending that company a letter and thank you for having me. And let me send you a Starbucks card to give that extra so you might book me again. And
that's
I consider that great guy that mixes and scratches at your party that's a mute. So I have those challenges. Also challenges with female DJs in competition here getting booked over me because I'm going to have clothes on.
Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned that. No, seriously.
I'm going to have clothes on.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that I've always admired about you. It's like ever since I've known you, I mean, you're gorgeous. Like both of you are beautiful women, but you have never, it seems to me, felt the need to just be like, blah, and putting everything out there. You walk into a room and you own it without taking your clothes off. Right, was that a conscious decision for you? Or did you just kind of go, wait a minute, I don't like the way this direction, I'm going to go in another direction?
It was natural for me. I cry a lot, so I'm going to be transparent. I am a DJ that cries because I do see someone get put on a party that maybe her body is what got her. Yeah. Her buying of her followers. Do you guys know that people buy their followers? Right. Atlanta's a very superficial place, and they will book you because you have 10,000 followers over someone that has a true honest 3,000.
Yeah.
So people buy likes. These DJs, they they're naked, you know, and it's hard. That's a challenge here. You know, and I lose a lot in that area. So I have to constantly stay corporate and stay in my lane because no matter what, one day it's going to prosper for me in the way that God wants. Not ever did I have to change to get where I am. And I'm thankful for the little that I have. So when God's ready to give me the much, hey,
come on now.
I'm ready. And then I can get on to a teenager to take my place.
I really want to ask the question too, because, you know, I'm hearing a lot of you don't want to conform for somebody else, you know, conform for a job or conform for, you know, somebody to accept you. Have y'all thought about just making your own, you know, event and saying, instead of somebody, you know, paying for us to be there, you make your own niche.
Definitely.
You know, y'all doing your own events. And, you know, despite, if they're doing a party, that's them, because there's so much sand out here that you all can get it.
Right.
You know, but I'm just wondering, has that, you know, come across that y'all just say, okay, we're going to do our events together, period?
Definitely. Well, I've already attempted and started to do that already. But like I said, it's hard. Like, it's really hard. Like, there's only a few women promoters out here. Like, Hannah, she's doing her thing. Shoot. Mabel. Fee. There's only like a couple that are really doing their thing. Other than that, like
shout out to my girl Fee.
Yes,
shout out to
like
Fee.
Other than that, they're like I said, they won't allow us to be great.
You know, and here's the thing. You know, sometimes people, they don't know that they want to be a promoter, or they don't know about what a promoter is. You know, but they might have resources, and they say, hey, you know what? I trust your spirit. You know, I'll give you, what do you need? Well, I need 2,000 or 3,000 to get so-and-so to come perform.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, well, we have that. You know, we can write it off as a business expense. Make me a sponsor. If you knock on the door, doors will start opening.
And the door shall open.
You know.
But I think there's a need for what you all are doing it in a clean way. I'm so serious because with me having daughters, there's certain parties even that they get invited to. I'm like, wait a minute. No, my baby ain't going there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know if you're DJing, you know, or your people are going to show up, I'm like, okay, I'm more comfortable in that type of environment and putting my kids in that type of environment.
Right. How do they get in contact with y'all now? You know what I'm saying? If they want a clean, clothes on DJ, you know, clothes on.
But she still don't look sexy.
She still don't look sexy. I'm just saying. Look, she got a jean outfit on right now, still looking sexy.
Look, my mom made me like
this. She woke up like this, but how can
they
see
like this?
Right. So how do they get in contact with y'all if they want, you know, y'all to do a show?
So I have Instagram. I have a corporate. I have a business Instagram, and it is DJ La Bonita. You guys can find me on Google.
Okay, spell it, DJ La Bonita.
If you Google DJ La Bonita, DJ La Bonita, if you Google it, everything about me pops up. I'm not a closed book, again, as I said, and something let's tap back into. Something I want to do, love, give, and forgive festivals. Look out for that, you guys.
Right, and we're going to talk a little bit about that when we come back. You're listening to Doni Jones Live. I am Doni, the Tree Lady.
And I am that guy, Marty McFly.
And we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Welcome back. I'm Doni, the Tree Lady.
And I am that guy, Marty McFly.
And we are here with
Miko.
And DJ La Bonita. That's the PM photo booth, you guys.
I love it. Yes. And that's another thing I want to capitalize on that, the PM photo booth. Okay, because I don't think we said that clearly.
Yes, check me out on my IG as well, pm.ent, PM photo booth.
Now, I got to ask a question. You say DJ, say it again.
La Bonita.
La Bonita. Now, are you Spanish?
La Bonita. My dad's from Cuba.
Okay.
My
where
mom's
you from?
not. She's Swedish and Creole. So.
Okay. You speak Spanish in there?
I do.
Okay. See, that's another thing. I don't know what that is.
Right.
But I got a leg dog. I don't know.
Leg dog.
You're supposed to be talking about entrepreneurship. I don't know where we at.
Right.
I just wanted to know a little bit more about, because that's a niche too that people need to know about. Because if you ask for a DJ, you know, and you have a Latino party, you know, then you don't want DJ Tony out there
Right.
who can't speak the language at all and don't know anything, you know. But there's a niche for certain things like that.
Especially with her being bilingual.
Right.
So I do quinceañeras, also mitzvahs. Bat mitzvahs and bar mitzvahs, also quinceañeras. It's when a Spanish family, it can be whatever, Dominican, Puerto Rican, turns 15 or 16.
Right.
It just depends on when they choose to celebrate.
That's something that's valuable.
It is.
As a DJ to know what kind of party this is, what's the formula behind it versus I just need a DJ. I'm gonna come out with some Lil Jon, some Usher, you know, and you might, you know, but it's certain things of culture because it's music that goes along with that. So that's another added plus.
The term DJ, disc jockey. Let's tap back in. There's a really good DJ name. What's his name? I can't think of his name right now. He's gonna kill me. But he's a great DJ, and he's a white boy.
Okay.
He is a white boy from New York, and I just met him recently. We DJ'd together at Whiskey Mistress, a day party at Whiskey Mistress, and God, what is his name? So anyways, he gets backlash because he spins rap music. And he laughs at me because when I was DJing, I started the party at 3. I'm spinning pop, country, alternative music, classic rock. I'm spinning everything mixed in with classic hip hop. And he's looking at me, he's like, "You're bold." And I go, "Why?" He's like, "You're spinning out of the black place." And I'm like, "That's fine, they know me. I'm known for doing what I want to do."
I love it.
And that's the thing about disc jockey. It's not a color thing. It's not a nationality thing. It's not a culture thing. If you're a disc jockey, you spend the time to study music as a whole entity.
That's right.
So there's not a country party that I can't do. There's a club down the street looking for a country DJ, a residency. Everyone starts sending it to me. "Marie, go get that." I'm like, no, I don't think I want to do country all day. I do like country, but I'm not going to be the country DJ all day. I wear my cowboy boots, though.
I love it. She don't wear her cowboy boots.
I wear my cowboys everywhere. I do that. I am from Sacramento, California, but again, a DJ should, no matter what DJ Tony can do, a Spanish party or a hip hop party, anybody can do that. It's about just knowing music.
Okay.
Well, I want to talk real quickly because we really did want you here because of entrepreneurship and the opportunity to support businesses and specifically to support Black businesses. I see your pin there, and I think that is so important. And it's one of the things that I talk about as a community that a lot of the issues in our community, such as, joblessness, education, and all of that, I always go back to how I was brought up, which is you got to go get yours for yourself. Self-awareness, sometimes you might have to take a job, but at the same token, always be out on the lookout to start your own hustle or to start your own business, so to speak. How did you become an entrepreneur, or were you always kind of entrepreneur-minded?
So I've never been entrepreneur-minded. I was always go work. When I started working, I was scared to be a boss. I am still to that day, like I say, I cry a lot. I have a best friend that shares birthday with you. She's a Leo, and you guys are strong. And thank God, God will match you with people in your life that will push you. And my best friend, Trina Moultrie, she's a graduate of Clemson. She's a business-minded person. She has these goals and aspirations that she pushed me to, saying, no, you're not going to work for a DJ company. You're not going to go work back for a radio station. Right. You're not going to go back to working. Let's help you build your own LLC. Absolutely. Let's help you build you. You're not going to go let another DJ employ you. You get this yourself. And thank God to her forcing. I didn't do anything. She went to IRS, said, we're going to go put papers came in the mail one day, and I was like, DJ La Bonita. I was like, wait, this is my own business? She's like, yeah, and you're not going to work for anyone. And I was like, oh, wait, I don't know how to do that. Like, how do I do that? Right. And then, you know what? One day, God just turned it on, and I just started going out to these companies, DMing these companies, putting together a platform of what my experience is, built a website, got all this stuff together, and I was pushed to do it. Yeah. And that's the biggest thing about me. And so now that I've learned that to be pushed, I can help other kids and other people to get to their dreams quicker than it took me to become a business owner alone. Awesome. So,
and what about you?
I've always been this way. I'm very bossy, and I like to have. I know. I'm trying to be good right now. You are doing so good. She's the boss. But yes, I'm very bossy, and I like to have control of most situations. Yes. I don't like people to tell me what to do or like I'm not a morning person, so I can't clock in at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to get there at 6 p.m. when I want to get there. So, I don't know, I've just always been that way. And when I moved out here, I think it might have been like 9 years ago, I started working in the clubs, and I was doing the bottle service and the bartending, and I hated working for people. Like, don't tell me when I have to come and when I have to leave and be there for 6 hours doing nothing. I could not stand that. So I just wanted to set my own hours and just make my own money and then keep all of my money. Actually, well, most of it, besides what the government doesn't say. But I'm not about to pay you.
To do something I can do, basically.
Exactly. So I just had to do it by myself, do it on my own. Well, now not by myself because I'm linking with DJ Bonita over there.
Let me ask you this before we, because we're about to kind of wrap up this segment of the interview and everything. Where should we see y'all at in 5 years?
Oh, that's a great question.
So, for me, I want a foundation. So I started DJing with the end goal of building a foundation called Love, Give, and Forgive.
Right.
This is going to be an annual giving. So basically, Love, Give, and Forgive stands for giving without reason. You just give because you can. And I want to do a festival, and I want to do a festival by city. So I want to throw festivals city by city to give and give. It's going to be about going to each city, throwing these big festivals, employing DJs, photo booths, vendors, different people, live broadcasts going on, and just constantly giving back to our communities and helping where we can help at. And that's my big thing, what I want to get going. A lot of people see me going into radio. I'm fine with appearing. I really did radio, I'm serious, from 12 to 24. I really don't want to go back to radio. My dad, everybody in my world did radio. So I really want to just build a legacy of love, give, and forgiveness.
I love it. So. I love it. What about you?
Right. I want to have a full-blown entertainment company where I'm just doing a little bit of everything. But most importantly, everything that I do is going to be about empowering the woman. Like, literally everything I do now. Like, all my employees are women. Like, I don't hire guys. Sorry.
Now, Marty, no, I'm just kidding.
I just want to be a part of the business. I don't want y'all to tell me when to come in and leave. I just want to show up and see y'all. That's it.
You can come.
Be happy.
You can come.
Yeah.
Marty, I think this is probably one of your favorite interviews we've done.
Really.
Hey, we
can
coming
lay hands on
back.
each other and just pray.
Oh, my God.
Just pray
Marty.
with each other all night.
And I'll bring some more girls, too.
Right.
Amazing.
Right. We'll get some masseuse for you and everything.
Exactly.
So you'll be good.
I would love that. Yeah.
So I just want us to be together.
Yeah.
Just
That's
empower each other. I want to
Absolutely.
be up there so I can help other women like us trying to make it.
Love it. Now, what's been one of the biggest lessons you've learned while building your business?
We have to stick together as women. Like, I can't do everything by myself.
Yeah.
Like, I need help.
Yeah.
And why not help each other
That's right.
along the way and help build each other up there so we can make it and we can all get this money.
I love it. And I love the fact that you guys are building a partnership together, because I hear so many times, which by the way, this is not true, but I hear so many times, women can't work together,
Right.
And what I found in my experience is that women can work together, and actually we're natural communicators. So that's just I just think that's just a lie that was put out there because people had some bad experiences and they tried to project that and make it seem like it's for everybody.
It's just certain people just don't work well with each other.
Right.
Just
Exactly.
Period.
Right.
Exactly.
Because Doni, I know you work well with women. Like, how many women do you have working with you at your tree company?
Why are you messing with me, dude?
Oh, my bad.
No, I do work. I have women that work with me.
Your daughter don't count.
Your daughter don't count.
All right. Just him.
No,
How can they get in contact? No, you ain't got to clean it up.
No, I'm gonna clear this up because what I said back in the day was that I like working with men, but
Me
I also
too.
do work with women. Okay, I like male energy.
An
In other
automated
words,
answering service
'Cause they
that
look
the lady
good.
that picks
Men-
up the phone and that she doesn't.
you know what?
don't
I'm
see.
done with you.
don't-
Let's focus on our guests.
And I love working with men. I just like Miko. So let's be clear. Let's be clear. I am a DJ. I like working with men.
Nice.
They communicate so much
Corporate
better.
men.
Clear.
They're clear.
Yes.
Men say 1 + 1 is 2. Women say 1 + 1 is 4. It's too complex.
Yeah.
I
And
like
this is
men.
why we even each other and balance each other out.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I
I'm
like
all
men.
about the women.
Hey, I like this interview. How can they get in contact with y'all? Huh? Just
So again, Google DJ La Bonita Bonita. Everything that I am is on internet.
Then do me a favor, spell that just for the slow ones out there.
Yeah, because we do have some of our listeners that are a little older. We got the young ones, but we got the slower ones.
Well, you can tell Siri, DJ La Bonita.
They don't got Siri.
Right. And even Siri be like, do not understand.
Why you use that voice?
DJ La Bonita. DJ LABONITA.
Thank you.
Love it.
Love it.
Right.
You guys, I'm Doni the Tree Lady.
I am Marty McFly.
Wow. Welcome back to Doni Jones Live. I am Doni the Tree Lady.
As always, I'm Marty McFly.
I just thought that was awesome. That was a great segment.
That
I
was
really
interesting,
do.
yeah. That was,
Very,
you know,
very
corporate
interesting.
DJing and stuff like that, you know. If I would have some, like 10 years ago, if I had some new ideas like that, I'd maybe a corporate stripper. I would have done something a little bit different.
Thought you were going in a different direction, but okay.
Oh, that is different. You know, that's different. It's, you know, just saying being corporate and
but here's the thing that I like about her, you know, especially talking about DJ La Bonita, is that she's really trying to do it clean, you know? Yeah. And, you know, but people look at her and they see that she's attractive and, you know, she's attractive. Yeah. And they assume that she's going to dress or act a certain way. And she's really trying to change the game, because when people see women, especially women in that industry, they don't necessarily always take them seriously. And she's making people take her seriously by the way she's trying to present her music and the way she's trying to present herself in the industry.
I give her credit for that. You know, so much love. If you find her online, at any of her social media stuff, please, her
and her partner,
please support
her business partner.
Yep. Yes. You know what? But I got to talk about something.
What's up?
This is special to me. You know, I heard in the news a little while ago, and okay, granted, sometimes I'm slow, but a couple of weeks ago,
that's my line.
But a couple of weeks ago, this guy had pneumonia.
Right.
Okay, pneumonia. And he's in the hospital in I think Illinois, right outside of Illinois.
Right.
He's been in the hospital for 2 days. He says, "Doc, I'm feeling better. Can I go out for a walk?" He's like, doctor says, "Yeah, you can go out for a walk." Now he has the IV in his arm. He has the little rolling little thing to keep the IV with him.
Yeah.
You know, he has all this, and he's walking outside with his boyfriend and his brother. Okay.
Right.
Security guard comes up to him and says, "Are you stealing our stuff? Are you trying to steal this and send it on, and sell it on eBay?"
What?
And they're like, "What?" Now the guy,
he's in the
hospital gown.
I saw this. He's in a hospital gown.
His blood is still hanging out.
Yes.
Okay. And they actually call the cops and arrest this guy.
No. What's sad about that is that it's not just him. It's happening all over America still in 2019.
Wait. No, Donnie, this is crazy. Hold on. The security guard at the hospital.
Oh, I'm thinking it was just some random security guard.
Okay, random security guards. Those are cops.
Yeah,
just a random one.
Right.
You don't have random security guards guarding streets.
Right.
You know, but this guy is outside of the hospital in a hospital gown.
Right.
Booty hanging out. Okay? He got an IV still in his arm in vein, and he's walking with the little drip thing.
So what do we say now? Now it's not okay for us to even be in the hospital.
I am surprised at the cops that came.
Yeah.
That said, wait a minute. Does anybody have any kind of rationale to say, maybe let's check with the hospital to see if he's really a patient?
You know that movie, When They See Us?
No, I didn't see that.
Okay, you probably did.
Because bootleggers don't.
No. You're being funny, but I'm serious. One of the things that Ava DuVernay brought to light is that we really aren't seen as people. A lot of us in a lot of situations, especially in a situation like that where he should have been seen as a man in a hospital gown with medical equipment taking a walk, because that's what he is. He's a man in a hospital gown taking a walk with his partner and his brother.
Right.
And instead of seeing that, they saw a criminal because they don't see us.
You know, I would have said, do you need help?
Right.
You know, that's one of those things. Or do you need help?
Right.
You know,
but my thing is this: how did he even get to the point? Like, he had to have said something like, "Listen, hey, dude, I'm just here. You know, I'm sick and I've had pneumonia and I've been here a couple of days."
Right.
How did he even get in handcuffs? That's what I would understand.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. So when you call the real cops and the real cops come, it's kind of like some rationale. Think about,
but
what's going on.
There is no rationale. If you're not given an opportunity to be seen as a human being, if you're not given the opportunity to be heard, there's no rationale because they're going on their preconceived notions. This guy is stealing hospital equipment, even though he got an IV in the arm.
Right.
Even though he's in a gown. Even though he's in a gown.
It was
he's not
flip-flops
seen.
and socks.
Exactly. Even though he's got all of that, he's not being seen as a human being. There was a gentleman at his college campus. Mm-hmm. This just happened. He was at his college campus. He's a student. He was out there picking up trash around his little, dormitory area. Cops got called on him. He wasn't doing anything, picking up trash. That's literally all he was doing. Cops got called on him. He became upset, like, wait a minute, I didn't do anything. And they're like, well, we need to see your ID and we need to prove you live here. And he's like, for what? I'm just picking up trash. I'm not even doing anything wrong.
I'm doing community service.
Preach. So then they said, well, you need to put your weapon down. And he's like, what weapon? I don't have a weapon. I don't, what are you talking about? They're like, the metal thing in your hand is a weapon. Now he's standing there picking up trash in front of them. I saw the video. He's standing there picking up, he goes, I'm not doing anything. They followed this man around, harassing him. And then they kept saying he needed ID, he needed ID, he needed ID. He shows them ID. ID wasn't good enough. They would need to verify your story. Somebody must have saw this, and so one of the school professors comes running up like, what is going on here? This man works here. And so obviously it de-escalated, and they still wanted to verify who he was or whatever. But the guy that came up out of nowhere, they didn't ask him, did he have any ID?
Yeah.
They didn't ask him, how do you know that this guy is legitimate? Mm-hmm. They didn't ask him for nothing. They just said, oh, you said he's okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See, that's, I don't like that. Who was that professor that, I know this was some years back with Obama. It was a professor that, I guess he locked himself out of his house or something like that. And he was trying to get in. Yeah. And the cops were called and wanted ID on him. He's like, I live here. This is my house.
That's right.
We need proof of that. You know, I hate situations like that.
What can we do to change it? What has to happen for it to be changed?
Is a very good question. I think communication and actually, really sitting down and talking with people from the other side. Yeah. And I'm going to say this because, it was a part of my weekend. I was in, and this is a serious conversation, I was in a group of women that were discussing different things about the church and ministry and everything. And the conversation about homosexuality came up, and these are, understand, some people are so biblical that, that's a sin and you're going to burn in hell and you're going to die and Jesus don't like.
They said like premarital sex. They say putting a tattoo on. Right. That's a whole nother story.
Everything here. And one of the ladies said, I had a conversation one time with a gay person and it made me kind of think of them maybe a little bit differently.
Absolutely.
Because my question is, how often do you sit down and talk to them? To understand that this is a person just like you. It's a human being just like you. They have the same thing. You don't, all of these pre-notions, they can change, they can do that. Whatever. Talk to these people. Right, absolutely. Absolutely. So I think in the same thing with a lot of the race is talk to somebody.
But
talk
here's
to
the thing,
them.
But here's the thing, though. I went to Alabama yesterday.
Okay.
Not necessarily someplace I want to go, but my sister... my niece's birthday, and they have these caves there in Alabama. And it was so beautiful. It was so absolutely beautiful. So we went to these caves, and inside the cave, they do this whole, history of the cave, and then they do the history of America. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh my God. Me and my daughters are looking at each other going, really? So they started talking about the honorable history and, home of the free, land of the brave, home of the free, and all that kind of stuff. And how, we're the beacon of light for XYZ or whatever. And I'm thinking, wow, we just going to gloss over how you just said you stole this land from Native Americans. We're going to gloss over the fact that you've got a skeleton right there of a Native American child it's not a real skeleton. It was a little fake skeleton. And it showed the burial ground inside the cave of what used to be Native Americans. I was like, okay, we're going to skip past all of that. And talk about how honorable we are. And I think that at some point, if we can just be honest about our history, honest about how we got here, then we can start to change and grow. But you've got a whole community of people that just think, hey, we're great. And then, if you say something against that, then then you're un-American or you're unpatriotic.
Look, we're running out of time, but I'm gonna put this two thoughts in.
Right.
Sometimes and this is my own opinion.
Right.
Sometimes we got to move forward in the past.
I understand that, but I'm saying you can't. Here's what. Oh, I'm so glad you just said that. The problem is the people that were in that cave with us. Good people.
Right.
They were really nice. We sat outside talking about hardwood floors and tile and stuff like that. One of them was giving my sister some advice on who she should look for when getting the hardwood. Like, it was just a good vibe. We all just there enjoying ice cream, talking whatever, right? They believe that, and that's part of their culture. So if you say something against that, or say that that's sanitized, or we should, whatever, let's move forward, but let's admit what happened in the past, they're not hearing it because they're not looking. Like, even though they were sitting across from us having a great conversation, they still, regardless of what you and I say, don't see us as equals.
Yeah. And you know what? This is one of those conversations that can go on and go on and go on and go on
and go on.
We ain't got that kind of time.
I know.
Okay,
but,
I'm just saying.
But the bottom line is, I want to agree with you and say we need to talk to each other. But where does it start?
Yeah.
Where does the conversation start?
I thought you was about to put a little thing together at your house.
I was, that fell apart.
Look, oh, it did? Because I was about to give out your address real quick.
No, I'm serious. I was going to get a group of Republicans and a group of Democrats and a group of independents to come together, and we just have a
we can still do it on Friday. Look, if y'all come to 16, 14, I'm just, look, don't talk about it, be about it.
Well, I tell you what, I will pick a date and I will still have that conversation. I just wanted us to talk to one another.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know what? We've talked enough right now. We got to get out of here.
We got to get out of here.
Let them know how to reach us, please.
Yes, you can reach us at DoniJonesLive. That's DoniJones live, LIVE at gmail.com.
Yep.
You can look us up at DoniJonesLive.com. You can look us up on Instagram at The Tree Lady. Just look us up, y'all.
And we will be there. You listen to Doni Jones Live with Marty McFly.
And Doni the Tree Lady. See ya.